A new taxpayer watchdog group reports that more than $2 billion have been found in defense earmarks at a time when all of us thought we were supposed to be saving money and cutting the budget. Dave Williams is the president of Taxpayers Protection Alliance. He joins us right now to follow the money. So you followed the money, and what did you find?
$2 billion in earmarks in the House Defense Appropriations Bill. Now, this is 1 year after they said no more earmarks, and they were going to give up earmarks for 2 to 3 years.
There were 61 of these, weren't there?
61 earmarks, $2 billion.
Now, coming up on the screen, we've got an example of some of these things. It's just amazing what you're finding on this. For example, $50 million for the National Guard counter-drug program.
Now, this is interesting because in the past, we have seen this money go to states like Kentucky, West Virginia, and Pennsylvania. Not exactly border states, but yet the money is going for counter-drug programs in these particular states.
What's the next one?
This is $15 million, and this is for small business technology insertion for the new submarine. This is a nuclear submarine. And this is a slush fund. It looks like a slush fund, and we're curious where the money is going to go, and if members of Congress are going to have any sort of input as to where this money goes. Now,
this one looks like it is a commendable program. Yep. $13 million for wound care research. I mean,
we uncovered $500 million in just research on healthcare research, and this is part of that $500 million. And this should probably be happening at the National Institute of Health, not the Department of Defense. They are probably more qualified to do this than someone in the Pentagon.
Now we've got $10 million for combat ship program.
This is a very kind of vague earmark that we have no idea what this money is going for. It was inserted. There's no description. And that's the problem with this, is that the Pentagon is not requesting these funds. First and foremost, they don't want to spend the money on these programs.
That's right. They're saying, I remember in the past, they said, we don't need this money. You're forcing the money on us.
Exactly. And when the appropriators, when they don't specify what the money is, they give you one line item. It doesn't tell taxpayers or the Pentagon what the money is going for.
Now, the other one we saw was for the Office of Economic Adjustment, $10 million.
This is for the base closings. This is a fund to send back to communities that are going through base closings. Well, we haven't had base closings for a while now, so we're wondering where this money is going. And we've actually seen the private sector want to buy up the land after a base has been closed, because you have the infrastructure, you have telephone, you have water, you have power, you have everything there. So the federal government's involvement in base closings is well past, and the private sector really wants to pick up the tab and take over these areas.
You found $5 million for the Youth Challenge program, $5 million for the Star-Based Youth program, and $5,100,000 to increase for military dental work.
Absolutely, and these are programs, the first two programs are through operation and maintenance, defense-wide. And we have seen in the past where billions of dollars have been funneled through the operation and maintenance. And what it does is actually taking away from our fighting men and women. The money that's going to these youth challenge programs is taken away from that. And the last one is dental research. Why is the Pentagon conducting dental research? And those are the questions that we're asking. You know, we're going to be sending FOIAs to the Pentagon saying, what is this money going towards? They may not know. So that's a question that they may have to the appropriators.
Now, Freedom of Information Act requests can take a while. How long are you going to wait for this?
Well, it can be up to 20 days, 2 years, 3 years, and it can cost thousands of dollars.
Now, are these all the same lawmakers, or are these senators and congressmen from just everywhere putting in these little earmarks?
Here's the hook, is that no one has identified themselves with these earmarks. Even though the new rules passed in 2007, became law in 2008, required that they put their names next to earmarks, no one has their name next to any of these earmarks. So it's really a blow to transparency when you see this happening.
How convenient. What's your website?
ProtectingTaxpayers.org.
Dave Williams, our guest on Capital Insider. Good to have you with us. We'll have you back. Keep following the money, my friend.
Thank you.
Stay with us on Capital Insider. We'll be right back after a quick break. Stay with us.
You're watching News Channel 8.